Welcome back. Topping our news this half hour, an Englewood man is facing murder charges after deputies say he sold drugs to a man that then died from an overdose.
John Michaels was arrested yesterday following an extensive investigation by the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office. In March, detectives say a man was found dead on the side of the road on Wexford Lane in Sarasota. He had died from carfentanil, an opioid 10,000 times the strength of morphine.
It's a strong message to the community, and hopefully that the dealers see it, because the dealers aren't the addicts. The dealers are more aware of what's going on. They're just finding a way to make a profit. They don't care about the addicts. They don't care if it kills people. So the message to the dealers and the traffickers is simply put in Sarasota County, if you deal it, you traffic it, it gets used and causes a death, we're going to charge you a murder.
Michaels is being held without bond. A follow-up tonight in the case of a Bradenton woman accused of killing her daughter and putting the body in a freezer. According to the Manatee County Clerk of Court's website, a plea hearing is scheduled for Keshana Thomas on August 9th. Thomas is accused of killing her 11-year-old daughter, Janiyah. The little girl was first reported missing in September of 2015. A few months later, her body was found in a freezer being stored in a family member's home. Aside from the murder charge, she faces charges of child abuse and abuse of a dead body. She could avoid trial by pleading guilty.
A man charged with robbing a credit union in Sarasota will spend the next 15 years in prison. 36-year-old Avery Williams pleading no contest to the charges in court yesterday. In May, Williams reportedly robbed the Florida Central Credit Union on Cattleman Road. While trying to get away, a dye pack hidden inside the stolen money bag exploded. Williams ran to a nearby neighborhood where residents called sheriff's deputies. Williams confessed to the crime along with a half-dozen other bank robberies in 3 different states. The numbers continue to climb in America for unpaid student loans.
The National Student Loan Data System reports 44 million Americans have student debt, adding up to $1.4 trillion. As the cost of education continues to rise, the problem only intensifies. Tuition went up 9% at 4-year state institutions from 2016 to 2017, and 13% at private colleges. The hikes come as schools are adding administrators to build and promote their brand, while also building expensive state-of-the-art facilities to attract students. The president of the New York Federal Reserve calls these high levels of student debt, quote, a headwind to economic activity. But the question is how strong that headwind could be.
Going to college is always a better bet than not going to college. But there's an asterisk, and that asterisk is what will be the debt you incur.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7, we take a look at college debt and whether it could be the next financial crisis. A trial scat bus route in Englewood is about to come to an end.
Yeah, this trial was meant to help alleviate some of the parking issues at Englewood Beach, but some say it did not work. ABC 7's Christopher Bradley has more now from Englewood.
That scat bus route is about to take its last run soon. As we learned on Thursday, not a whole lot of people seem to know it existed.
What is needed is a more robust marketing plan.
Ed Hill is the executive director of the Chamber of Commerce in Englewood.
As well as just education of folks so they understand what's involved with taking the scat transportation to the beach.
The Chamber of Commerce suggested the bus this past January. In April, it was put into service, but it wasn't exactly popular.
I have taken the route myself, and the day that I did take it, I was the only one on the bus.
The route was a trial run. It cost $82 per hour to run. Kendra Keeterling with SCAT said it was a successful run because they learned a new route was needed.
To try and keep it more of a streamline, almost like a circulator type, to shuffle people to and from the beach.
The route officially comes to an end on August 19th. SCAT plans on bringing the route back in December, just in time for the busy season in Englewood.
We're also looking at possibly doing some type of a park and ride near, the downtown area, near Dearborn.
The Englewood Beach parking lot out here is a pay-to-park lot, which means you come, you pick a spot, and then you go and pay for it. When this scat bus route returns in December, that may be a good alternative for those drivers who don't want to pay to park. In Englewood, Christopher Brantley, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Christopher. Definitely a sunny day out at Englewood Beach, that's for sure.
Yeah, look good. Nice,
yeah,
nice out there.
Nice.
But some showers right offshore right now. Let's get the latest on that with Bob Harrigan.
Yeah, different perspective right here. Taking a look out over Sarasota Bay toward the Ringling Bridge there. And rain falling now on Lido as well as approaching Siesta Key. Showers moving in from the Gulf of Mexico. Currently, the clouds have cooled things down at the airport, 85 degrees. Just about an hour ago, the heat index was at 106 degrees, 73 in the dew point. We have a west wind now. A little bit of moisture out ahead of this frontal system, which is really stationary right now. And you can see that rain falling now near Longboat Key, the southern end of it anyway. Anna Maria had a little clip. Look at these little storm indicators here. These are storm reports. Winds gusting up to nearly 50 miles an hour just in the last half hour with that line that moved on through. And you can see right now, we'll take a look at the Fort DeSoto, a wind gust of 49 miles an hour. That happened just before 5 o'clock. Some rain now approaching Siesta Key, at least the northern end of it. Longboat Key, Lido getting some rain as well at this time. We'll take a look at the tropics. We have a couple of areas we're watching coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you.
Thank you, Bob. A Massachusetts woman who sent text messages telling her boyfriend to kill himself learns her fate.
Michelle Carter was convicted in June of involuntary manslaughter. Today, a judge sentencing her to 15 months behind bars, but she won't spend a night in jail until her appeal. ABC's Ariel Reshef explains.
A sullen Michelle Carter standing in a Massachusetts juvenile courtroom facing her fate.
Ms. Carter, a guilty finding having entered on the indictment charging you with the involuntary manslaughter of Conrad Roy III, now sentences you to 2.5 years in the Bristol County House of Correction.
The judge recommending Carter serve 15 months behind bars, but staying that sentence until after her appeal. The 20-year-old convicted in June of involuntary manslaughter in the suicide of her boyfriend, Conrad Roy. Just before the judge's decision Thursday, emotional statements from Roy's father and sister.
He gave me an amazing 13 years, being my best friend and the best role model any little sister could ask for.
Michelle Carter exploited my son's weaknesses and used him as a pawn in her own well-being.
In 2014, Roy locking himself inside his truck, dying from carbon monoxide poisoning. During Carter's trial, prosecutors showing text messages between she and Roy, revealing Carter encouraged Roy to get back in the truck, repeatedly urging him to go through with his plan to take his own life. Carter's defense team arguing her actions did not constitute a crime.
Now finds you guilty on the indictment charging you with the involuntary manslaughter of the person Conrad Roy III.
Less than 2 months after a guilty verdict, on Thursday, Michelle Carter walking out on probation, her future once again in the hands of the court. The judge made a point to say he avoided media coverage of the trial and sentencing. He also forbid Carter from profiting in any way from this case. Ariel Reshef, ABC News, New York.
Here in Florida, the wife of the Pulse nightclub shooter is planning to say she suffers from PTSD during her trial. Nora Salman is charged with obstructing an investigation and aiding and abetting her husband, Omar Mateen, the man responsible for the death of 49 people last June in Orlando.
A man is banned from a Florida beach for passing out sugar daddy business cards. Police are making 73-year-old Richard Basaraba stay off Daytona Beach after getting complaints from parents that he was passing out business cards that read, quote, "Sugar Daddy seeking his sugar baby." The card advertised a monthly allowance and a picture of a young woman sitting on an older man's lap. It also included an email address. Basaraba was also sporting a T-shirt with the same wording and carried a bra padding.
Looking for my Cinderella, and takes this padding and places it up against her breast without actually touching her, but as close as he could get because she backed away, and says, "It looks like you'd be a perfect fit."
Basaraba tells the media he's devastated by what he considers an overreaction. He says he has thrown out the business cards and deleted the email and Facebook accounts where he posted pictures of women in bikinis.
I'm almost speechless on this. It's weird enough, the T-shirts, the cards, how inappropriate it is and how, kind of disgusting it is. But then this bra situation, that just, that blew my mind.
Only in Florida.
Only in Florida.
Yep.
Hashtag, yeah.
Up next on your Suncoast News, Sarasota County is in need of more blood.
And this coming weekend is probably the best time to get your school supply shopping done. Those stories when we come back.
Now's the perfect time to work with California Closets. During our Shades of White event, save up to 20% on our beautiful white finishes for any space in your home. Contact us today for your free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I'm creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah, yeah.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
My name's Luke Perry, and I am 1 million strong. I'm in the fight against colorectal cancer because I believe we can win it. Colon and rectal cancers are the second leading cause of cancer deaths among men and women in the U.S. Colon cancer is preventable. Know the risk factors and make sure to get screened. There are simple, take-home options available. Take control of your health. Screening for colon cancer isn't embarrassing. It can be life-saving. To find out more about your options, visit fightcrc.org.
Watch ABC7 wherever you are. Just search ABC7 on your streaming device to keep up with the Suncoast from the comfort of your couch. Download ABC7 now to watch us on TV anytime you want. ABC7, we're here for you wherever you are.
Now's the perfect time to work with California Closets. During our Shades of White event, save up to 20% on our beautiful white finishes for any space in your home. Contact us today for your free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
New tonight, a local blood bank is in urgent need of donors.
The Suncoast Blood Bank has a critical shortage of O-positive blood. That's the most common blood type, and it's used to treat trauma patients and for transfusions at area hospitals. Over the last 2 weeks of July, more than 173 blood products were used to treat patients. Suncoast Blood Bank is encouraging anyone with type O positive blood to donate so that they can replenish that supply.
If you're feeling down or depressed, you may want to pull out your yoga mat. ABC's Maggie Rulli explains why in today's Medical Minute.
Yoga poses like downward dog are thought to be good for the body, good for the soul. But could they also improve your general outlook on life? It turns out they just might. So says new research coming out of the American Psychological Association meeting in Washington, D.C. It reveals that practicing yoga may regularly lower your risk of depression. Yogis taking part in these studies enjoy lower levels of stress, less anxiety, fewer feelings of sadness, even months after taking up the warrior and sun salutations. One small study looking at Bikram yoga finds that adult women reported more mindfulness and self-compassion after just 8 weeks of practice. Another study out of the Netherlands shows that those practicing yoga tend to feel more in the moment, avoid self-judgment, and worry less. Evidence that yoga may do more than just stretch your joints. So maybe what you should do the next time you feel low is to practice your downward dog. With this Medical Minute, I'm Maggie Rulli, ABC News.
Yoga's good for everyone. Now let's head over to Bob and get a check on our forecast. Maybe some beach yoga if it's not going to rain.
It's good for the balance, right? Beaches right now getting a little bit of rain on them. Siesta Key, Aledo, and also parts of South Longboat Key. And we also have a couple of areas in the tropics we are watching. This is a tropical wave. We've been kind of keeping an eye on it. It was pretty impressive as it made its way off the coast of Africa. Also, this is way back, about a week and a half ago, we were watching this wave. Now it's in the Southeast Caribbean. and it's showing some signs of organization right now. It's starting to move into there, and you can see it right there in the eastern portion of the Caribbean. This one looking rather healthy. This one has the better chance of developing over the next couple of days. In fact, give it a 70% chance in the next 5 days that this will turn into the next tropical system. This one only has a 20% chance. That's due to some dry air around and also quite a bit of shear. As far as where they would go, well, the models are suggesting this one on a westerly course, so this one bears watching. And 5 days from now, it could be just east of the islands, and this one looks like it's more headed toward Mexico and Texas if it were to develop. But we saw with Emily, things happen pretty quickly with these tropical systems. Well, Casey Key webcam showing a nice day, lots of sunshine. Waves have come down since yesterday, but then all of a sudden, a little disturbance moves in and brings some moderate to heavy rainfall. You can see that rain offshore right now. It's starting to move onshore. The front itself to the north, but just a little weak disturbance close to that front, causing some storms to really fire up. The winds were strong, too, up near the Tampa Bay area, up to 40 miles an hour and 50 in some cases. This rain is weakening, though. It's light rain, so don't worry. Not too bad right now, but there are other showers developing. We saw this last night, too. They develop, they move close to the coast, they weaken, and then they dissipate. But with the temperatures so warm today, I think we could see a little bit more action a little bit later this evening. But Siesta Key getting some light rainfall. Also in Toledo near downtown, some light rain there. But all in all, not too terribly bad. Some bigger storms well inland. Dry air is going to move in. You can see it all over the Bahamas right now with hardly any clouds to be found there. That is drifting off to the west-northwest as this front is fading away and moving to the north. Well, some drops on our lens right now, our lens cover at least, at the Van Wezel webcam. 92 degrees, the heat index, that's what it is, 85-degree temperature. And the clouds have moved in. The high today was 1 degree above average, and the low right at it, 75, and 98, the record set in 1925. No rainfall officially at the airport. And so far, we're doing pretty good for the year and the month. Pretty close on both those numbers. It's 82 degrees down in Jacksonville, cooled in Tallahassee to 76, 91 both in Miami and into Key West. Temperature will be right about there tomorrow afternoon, too, with the heat index up about 100. I don't think it'll go as high as 106, so like we saw today. Well, the model is suggesting this moving northward. And you'll notice the model did not catch this activity in the Gulf of Mexico. Sometimes they miss the little disturbances, and it certainly did with this one moving through right now. And then it looks like lots of clear skies on Friday, some showers developing on Saturday. The rain chance is, again, going to pop back up a little bit as a result of some increased moisture. So that dry air around just for one day only, it looks like. Southeast winds turn to the southwest. For boaters at 10 knots, and we'll have pretty much of a light chop in the bays. And inland water, sunset at 8:17 tonight. And the forecast for tonight, a few showers are possible. Otherwise, partly cloudy, 78. And then for tomorrow, 90 and hot and humid. Only a 10% chance for storms. The extended forecast calling for hot weather to continue through Thursday. What else is new, right? And a 40% on Saturday, drops to 30 on Sunday. Back to you.
Thank you, Bob. Now to Suncoast Traffic Watch in Sarasota. Some backup between US 301 and 41. No accidents in that area at the time. Traffic now has cleared up on I-75. And then in Venice, no major incidents being reported at this hour. A lot of green on the map with a little bit of red down there.
In consumer news tonight, a new report is out about the dangers of not buckling up in the back seat of a vehicle. According to a new survey from the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety, adults riding in the back seat are far less likely to buckle up than compared to when they're sitting up front. Some people say they simply forget, but the most common explanation is the belief that it's not necessary when sitting in the rear seats.
When passengers in the back seat aren't buckled up, they're putting themselves at risk, but they're also putting other people in the vehicle at risk.
Drivers are twice as likely to be killed in a crash when the left backseat passenger is not wearing a seatbelt. The authors of this study are reminding people to buckle up in the back seat at all times, no matter how short the trip might be.
Don't expect any holiday surcharges from FedEx this year. The company says it's doing away with special charges for most packages shipped during the holiday season. Packages that need additional handling or are oversized will still need to be charged extra. The announcement comes 2 months after UPS announced new surcharges that will affect shipments near Black Friday and around the holidays. The change comes as FedEx is looking to fight for dominance in online purchasing.
Stock up on your school supplies this weekend. The 3-day back-to-school sales tax holiday kicking off tomorrow. Items such as clothing, shoes, certain accessories, $60 and under will all be exempt from sales taxes. The tax holiday is expected to save families more than $33 million this weekend. The holiday ends Sunday, August 6th. So get shopping for school.
This is the time to do it. You've got to do it in that Friday to Sunday window and get the computer because you'll save a lot in taxes that way.
Yeah. Entertainment news is coming up.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee County since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Attention blood thinner users. If your loved one took Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered serious internal bleeding, call right now. You may be entitled to financial compensation. The widely prescribed blood thinners Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to a number of dangerous side effects, including internal bleeding, gastrointestinal bleeding, kidney bleeding, stroke, brain hemorrhaging, and even death. If you or a loved one suffered any of these injuries after taking Xarelto or Pradaxa, call right now. You may be owed significant compensation from the manufacturer. Thousands of blood thinner users may have been exposed to serious risk by these dangerous medications. If you or a loved one took Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered serious internal bleeding, call right now. Call Nightline Legal to speak with an experienced attorney for a free consultation. If we don't win, there is no fee. There are time deadlines to file a claim, so don't wait. Call right now.
Call 1-800-554-3987. Again, that's 1-800-554-3987.
Patriotism. It inspires passionate debate. It's worn like a badge of honor with good reason, because it means love and devotion for one's country. But what really makes up this country of ours? It's the people. To love America is to love all Americans. This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Love beyond age, sexuality, disability, race, religion, and other labels. Because love has no labels.
ABC7's official Suncoast Hurricane Guide arms you with vital information you need to protect your family and property when severe weather threatens the Suncoast, including how to create your readiness plan and survival kit. Download yours today at mysuncoast.com.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
A Dukes of Hazzard actor is in trouble with the law.
Tom Wopat is facing indecent assault and battery and drug charges in Massachusetts. Police are not releasing details on what led to these charges. The 65-year-old is best known for his role as Luke Duke in the 1980s TV show.
Sad news in the theater community. Veteran British stage and screen actor Robert Hardy has passed away. Hardy is known for the role in the TV drama All Creatures Great and Small. He portrayed British Prime Minister Winston Churchill on screen half a dozen times, but his most famous recent role was that of Cornelius Fudge in the Harry Potter movies. Hardy was 91 years old.
Speaking of Harry Potter, the London production of Harry Potter and the Cursed Child is coming to New York City's Lyric Theater. The play picks up the story 19 years after the end of J.K. Rowling's final Potter novel. It will include 28 new actors. The play opened in London last year and has won 9 Oliver Awards, similar to our Tony Awards. Previews for the New York production begin next March.
Music legends will be celebrated at this year's Kennedy Center Honors. Hip-hop artist LL Cool J and singers Gloria Estefan and Lionel Richie are this year's honorees. The awards show honors artists who have influenced American culture through the arts. The gala takes place in December.
Speaking of legends, how about this guy? Happy birthday to Tony Bennett, the famed singer, turning 91 years old today. Best known for his hits such as Rags to Riches and Because of You. His signature classic, likely, well, we all know, I Left My Heart in San Francisco. Bennett has won 19 Grammy Awards in his career and has sold more than 50 million records across the world, and he is still going strong.
He's coming to perform on the Suncoast.
That's right, yeah.
I saw him in Chicago, and it's like just one of those once-in-a-lifetime things. You got to go see him here. We'll be right back.
Now's the perfect time to work with California Closets. During our Shades of White event, save up to 20% on our beautiful white finishes for any space in your home. Contact us today for your free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.